I know, chasing that dough, hitting that road, getting that money, man. All I know, loading that foe, kicking down doors, getting that money, man. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly. We gon' make it money. We gon' take it Grizzly.
You are now tuned into the Boxing Bros. I'm Caden, and the first thing I want to do is say happy birthday to Ned, the TBE. And for all you Nedites out there who say you love Ned, this is your chance to show him the love in the comment section. I'm here with my co-host.
What's going on, everybody? It's the People's Champ, the Commissioner, Trill Dollar Bill. What's going on?
And this is still New Year, New G. Happy born day to my son, G-Son, a.k.a. TBE. Let's get it.
TBE, baby.
And what up, world? You know how it goes. It's the TBE. How y'all doing? Thank you,
Where's the baby, man? You forgot the baby, man.
Baby, it's the TBE, baby. Thank you, y'all. Thank you for that.
All right.
For that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, TBE.
No, I'm done. I'm good.
All right. The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros are comments Anthony Joshua made in an interview. Now, this interview is courtesy of Stuff TV. And in the interview with Stuff TV, Anthony Joshua said, "One thing people know about me is that I bounce back and I don't take losses. I fight the best consistently. That's always been a part of my DNA. I've come up short twice, but the majority of times I have overcome many obstacles. Next fight, I'm going to beat him and I'm going to take those belts from him. And I'm going to reign again to become 3-time heavyweight champion of the world, whether people like it or not." That's what Anthony Joshua had to say about his fight with Alexander Usyk. We have the commish Trill Dollar Bill in attendance. What is your reaction to that?
Well, I like what I'm hearing. That's what I like to hear. You know, AJ, the confidence is still there. He believes that he can. I would like to quote Wilder. You got to believe it. You know what I'm saying? And you can receive it. You know, speak it, believe it, receive it. You know. So I think that's what AJ's doing. I'm not mad at all. I'm not mad at that at all. You know, and he can do it. You know, he just got to put the work in, believe in himself, and put his best foot forward. And, you know, and we don't know. This is boxing. You know, it can happen. But he got a tough task in front of him. And from what he's saying, he's up for it. He's up for the challenge. So.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dog Bill.
Oh, no, sister. Here.
All right. G?
Yeah, well, Trill said he likes what he's hearing. I like what I'm reading, but I felt like Caden read it in a tone where I was like, all right. But I'm like, I gotta hear. Sometimes AJ be too like polite, like you know what I mean. I just need to. I need to know the tone. The tone will tell me if he's serious or not. So, but I do like what we read. You know what I mean. But you know, sometimes with AJ, I can't call it, man. So, but what's quoted seems cool. I just need to know what kind of energy he brings. It's kind of like when Joseph Parker talks trash. You're like, I don't believe it. You know what I mean? It's just too proper. So with AJ, he can pull that off with, you know, he's funny style, man. These dude's a gentleman for real. So I don't know. I need to hear the killer AJ. It sounds like you quoted the killer AJ, but again, with AJ, man, he's funny style like that, man. He says what they tell him to say, you know. I don't believe you, fam.
Yo, G, that's hilarious, bro. But I'm walking with you on that because the way you did read that, bro, the way you did read that,
you know what I mean? Caleb was like, "Yeah, you talking?" I'm like, "All right," you know what I'm saying?
That's
but I know
like that. I see New Year, same G. New Year, same G.
Man,
that was hilarious. I was dying, yo, when he said, "I don't know if it's how Caden said it."
How Caden said it sounded hard. if AJ said it, I'm like,
that was my interpretation of it. That's why they say, like, when you read text, you never really know, because you be reading it like it's gangster, and it's like, bro, I was just like joking. You know what I'm saying? All right, TV.
Nah. My co-host, watch your mouths, yo. AJ, you know AJ's a gentleman, but he has that confidence in himself. And after Ruiz won, and he was saying he didn't say much, but he was like, he was focused, he's in the gym, he was doing his thing. I feel AJ, when he watches the tapes and he sees, oh man, I did have a lapse in my mind or whatever, or my fighting skills that caused me to lose. When he watches the tape, he comes back and he realizes his mistakes and he improves on them. So I feel like AJ is just confident in his abilities that this time in this second fight with Usyk, he's gonna come back and do his thing. And he doesn't need to sound like a killer. He just gotta let you know, yo, it is what it is, yo. And
I got you. He's a gangster and a gentleman.
yeah. He moves like, yeah, you know what? He's old school. He's old school with it, yo. He's silent. He moves in silence. He moves in silence, yo.
He moves like, yeah.
Oh man. But now, AJ, if it sounds good, y'all. I just want to see some footage of you training. If not, I just can't wait till this fight. There's building a lot of anticipation for the second fight. And I really want to see what you bring.
Birthday wish, he wants to see them lats. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know.
Yo, this dude is crazy. Yo, I think it is important to have confidence in, Trill quoted Deontay Wilder, speak it, believe it, receive it. I actually think the important part is to believe it, receive it. Speak it if you need to speak it in order for you to believe it. The funny thing about that statement, though, is I think it relates to imposter syndrome. When you question whether or not you belong. And like the speaking it part is telling yourself that you do. And speak it till you believe it. And then when you believe you can do it, you go out there and, whatever happens is what happens. But we're going to find out if he believes it when the fight actually happens. It's one thing to be speaking in interviews. It's another thing to be talking. But as I stated before, to me, the question is going to be, when AJ goes in there with a plan and things don't go according to plan, are you going to quit? Are you going to give up? Are you going to keep fighting? I think that is what's going to tell me whether or not he believes it. Believing it comes in many forms. Like, as delusional as people think Deontay Wilder is, and that includes me, my history on this show will show that he believed in his right hand. You know how I know? He stayed up taking a beating until he couldn't take it anymore, trying to land it. That's how I know he believes in his right hand. Now, AJ says he believes all these things, but when he got dropped by Andy Ruiz, he was still up. He was still conscious. He was still aware, and he was just looking at the judge and smiling. And I'm thinking to myself, as long as you can do that, I would love to see you run to the center of the ring and try to take back control of the fight, right? I'm not knocking AJ for it, so I don't want people to make it seem like I'm coming off as an AJ hater, because like you have extreme fans of fighters who act like you can't critique or even give criticisms of fighters that you actually like. And I actually enjoy watching AJ and I root for AJ. But there are times when I watch AJ and I just see it looks like he's not sure of himself. The way he fought Usyk, it looked like he wasn't sure of his chin. It looked like he wasn't sure of himself. And G brought this up against Pulev, but I really didn't see it against Pulev. But maybe G just saw it before I did. Where he said he looked timid. He looked like he could have guillotined Pulev earlier, whatever. And I was like, whatever, G, he whooped him. But, it didn't show in that fight as much, but against Usyk it did. So I hope, he does believe it. It's going to make for a great fight. Even if he believes it, he may not win. But at least he'll go in there with the right mindset.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. Happy birthday to the TBE. We're the Boxing Bros, and we're just getting started.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.